Hello and welcome to the Superhero Hub. It's the big dog, big
That you or me.
big tasty and little yum yum. And today we're going to be come on man.
Superhero files, Guardians of the Galaxy. I've thrown up in my mouth a little bit.
What, because I called
That
you
was
little yum
foul.
because I
Yeah,
called you
man.
little yum yum. Yeah, so we've opened up the superhero files and the page of which we have fallen is Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, I do believe it comes out on the 25th, so we're giving you everything you need to know. Let's hit you with the details. First appearance of the Guardians of the Galaxy. See, there's two teams of the Guardians of the Galaxy. There's a 1969 and 2008. The first appearance was in a partial reprint of Marvel Superheroes issue 18 in 1969. Now, this team was created by Arnold Drake and Gene Colan. I don't really want to call him
Conan, I
Colan.
think. It's Conan. Say the man's name.
um, yeah,
Who were they? I think characters. Is it the same characters or are it different characters?
we're getting on to that now. Very different characters. Now, not only did they appear in that, they appeared in other titles such as Marvel 2 in 1, issue 4 to 5 in July to September of 1974, Giant Size Defenders issue number 5, Defenders issue 26 to 29 in July to November 1975. And in that issue, Captain America and the Thing and the Defenders helped in the war against the Badoon, which is a race of lizard men and turned out to be quite the nemesis of the Guardians of the Galaxy because it popped up on more than one occasion. They went on to feature in Marvel Presents issue 3 to issue 12 from February 1976 to August 1977, 4 annual issue 6 1977, the Avengers issue 167 to 177 in July to November 1978, and issue 181 in March 1979, Miss Marvel issue 23, Marvel Team Up issue whatever in 1979. For some reason, I didn't write that down. Marvel 2 in 1 issue 61, 63, 69 in 1980.
So basically, like they couldn't hold down their own comic, so it just popped up in someone else's comic down a spread of that. What's that, like 10, 12 years? You just said there.
That is a very accurate analysis. Right. The Guardians of the Galaxy are active in the 31st century in an alternate universe known as Earth 691.
Just the original Guardians.
Yeah, the
Okay.
original members include Major Vance Astro, who later became known as Major Victory, uh, a mutant astronaut from the 20th century Earth who travels over 1,000 years in suspended animation.
Uh-huh.
Martin X Tanaga, a crystalline being from Pluto. Captain Charlie, 27, a soldier from Jupiter, and Yondu Udana.
Yondu. Okay, that rings a bell.
Yeah, yeah, as you'll know from the film, green skin. And it just so happens each of these people are the last of their kind.
Oh,
So
of course, yeah.
you'll know Yondu pops up in the film. He
That
was
Michael Rooker.
yeah, the original
Yeah.
one, who
Okay.
you'll know played Merle in The Walking Dead. They joined together to fight the Badoon, an alien race who plan to conquer the solar system. During this war, they gain additional members Starhawk and Elator, of whom are a mysterious husband and wife. Also, Nikki, just Nikki,
As you do.
a genetically engineered girl from Mercury. See, in this kind of universe, pretty much all the planets are inhabited in the sense that there's a guy from Jupiter, someone from Pluto, and now obviously Mercury, which are pretty much uninhabitable to humans, but aliens exist in this universe, in our solar system. Uh, they also, during the war, travel back in time to the 20th century where they encounter other heroes such as The Thing and Captain America. They go on to fight a new enemy, Korvac, and they team up with Thor in the 31st century and follow Korvac to the mainstream universe in the 21st century to fight him alongside the Avengers. So that's pretty much what's going to happen in Infinity Wars, except I don't think they're in different universes and I don't think they're in different times, so they're going to team up to fight obviously Thanos as opposed to Korvac. So you can see where from the film they've pulled a little bit of source material there.
Yeah, if not the characters themselves, it really seems like they really this because Yondu aside, these characters really haven't stood the test of time. I can't claim to have known of any of them.
No, I mean they're so whatchamacallit, one of them's just a name. They ain't even bothered to give him a second name. But you know, back in the 19, I mean, before the film came out, and there were reports Guardians of the Galaxy film was going to come back, even with the 2008 team with all them kind of main members you know
Oh
now.
no,
Even them, even then, like no one really knew about them. So could you imagine being in 1969 and it's like,
no, you're right about the team because I remember people, the Marvel movies that keep coming out. There's always the one that people say, "Oh, that's their big risk." The last one was um, Doctor Strange because it's all weird and mystic. Before that was Ant-Man. It's like their big risk they've done already, and it was the Guardians of the Galaxy. I read comic books. I had no idea who they were,
mhm.
not a clue. So the '60s team, yeah, it definitely sounds like it was of its time.
Oh, our friends,
Slide
mate.
back. I swear to God, it's toying with me.
Right, so to fight alongside the Avengers. After this, they reappear to have a series of adventures in the future, and also gain some additional members. Hand up if you know who they are as I read them out. Talon, he's an Inhuman. The Skrull replica. Rita Damara, the
Hmm.
second Yellow Jacket, and
Mm.
Simon Williams, aka Wonder Man.
I wonder. Oh, there you go. Someone
Oh,
I've
you
heard
know
of.
who Wonder Man
I
is.
know of Wonder Man.
Oh, okay. They also have a spin-off group known as the Galactic Guardians.
Jeez.
Yeah. Um, there is also a 2008 team which may be more recognisable due to the film being released, and that is exactly what I wrote down. They were created by Dan Abnett and Andy Lanning. They first appeared in Annihilation Conquest, issue number 6 in April 2008. This team consisted of Star-Lord, Rocket Raccoon, Quasar, Adam Warlock, Gamora, Drax the Destroyer, and I am Groot.
Hmm.
In the aftermath of the Phalanx invasion of the Kree, Star-Lord decides to form a team of interstellar heroes to protect the galaxy rather than reacting to trouble when it happens. Preemptive strike. He recruits Adam Warlock, Drax Gamora, Philavel, the new Quasar, Rocket Raccoon, Groot, and Mantis as a support staff. Nova suggests they establish a base of operations, which is a space station known as Nowhere, which, if you can remember the film, is the celestial skull that they go to see the Collector.
Hmm.
Um, Also, they have backup from the chief of security of Nowhere, who is
I don't know.
Cosmo the space dog,
Oh
the
God.
intelligent telepathic dog. He works close with the team. After a confrontation with the Universal Church of Truth, they meet a semi-amnesiac man who turns out to be Vance Astro, or Major Victory from the first team. Um, But when the team learn that Star-Lord directed Mantis to telepathically coerce the heroes into joining the team, they end up disbanding. Rocket Raccoon decides to continue this mission, and that team includes Bug, Mantis, Major Victory, and Groot. Star-Lord gets banished to the negative zone by Ronan for his actions during the Phalanx invasion of the Kree Empire. Going on from that, kind of the main storylines, there wasn't really much they weren't really involved in many things in the sense of even major storylines didn't really like set the comic world ablaze. In the War of the Kings storyline, Adam Warlock and Gamora return to the team. In the conclusion to that storyline, Thanos ends up getting captured and taken to nowhere as a prisoner. In the Thanos Imperative, Thanos kills Drax. Also, Nova and Star-Lord die in the storyline as a result of their actions to close a rip in space and time, and they end up trapped on the other side. And as a result of Star-Lord's death, the team is disbanded. So that is pretty much the history of both teams of the Guardians of the Galaxy. Honourable mentions here: other members of the Guardians of the Galaxy have included Jack Flag, Moondragon, Iron Man, Captain Marvel, and Agent Venom. So really, even
Yeah,
though,
there is a newer Guardians now. Gotta say, with Venom's in it and Kitty Pryde as well. I
yeah,
think Kitty Pryde married Star Lord or something. So they're definitely. I think they've, with the movie being such a big hit, there are steps to incorporate the Guardians more into the overall MCU.
they've got more of a platform now, but really, even during the 2008, before the film, really they had kind of stringent exposure,
Yeah, like I said,
really.
no one. I'm sure there's someone watching this who read it, but for the most part, no one really knew who they were, even comic book fans.
Yeah, so I mean, they're doing okay for themselves. You know what I mean? There's going to be massive hype about this next film, which may or may not include Adam Warlock.
Prob-
So who knows? Who knows? But it's going to go from strength to strength. You got to figure this next film's going to be a big hit, and hopefully from that they can get a bigger platform and be in featuring more comic books,
yeah,
crossovers, and stuff like that, and rise to prominence.
with them not being particularly well known, I think more than any other, Marvel have got to a point where they've incorporated a lot of their MCU into the comics, which is controversial. Not everyone likes it, but I think more than any other property they have, Guardians will be informed by the movies, because really, there's not much you can fuck with. If no one really knows what it's about, then who cares?
Exactly. So it is one of the rare kind of comic book success stories, and that's all we have. So on that, we are going to close the superhero files, and we will open it another day. I'm Sam,
I'm not.
and this has been the Superhero Hub. See you in the next episode.